Carlos Beltran is back in baseball. For those of you that are wondering, he was involved in the 2017 sign stealing scandal in Houston. And then
not just involved, we talked about it. He was the ringleader.
Yeah, exactly. But for the purposes of this discussion, he then retired as a player. He got picked up as a manager for 1 year, kind of, and then they booted him from the role. He didn't even he didn't make it into any games or anything. They kicked him out because of the scandal and everything. That's the same year Alex Cora was removed or released or whatever we're calling it from service in Boston, etc. So now he's back. He's going to be calling 36 games with the New York Yankees on the Yes Network. And I mean, that's a safe place to put him, unless your name is Aaron Boone.
Right.
Because this is how Aaron Boone got the job he has now.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I didn't realize he was with Yes before.
Yeah, he signed a deal to cover games, and then they brought him in to the family, like officially.
Internal hire.
Yes. And so there is some speculation out there. That's the only reason this is interesting, is that there is some speculation out there that did I miss a joke?
No, I think that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's some
like
speculation
they're bringing guys from the booth to the dugout. Like, that's crazy.
That's right. Well, and that's why we've wondered if David Cohn maybe has a place in the dugout as well, because he's done some stuff with Yes. And he's terrific. He really is.
He's
terrific.
great.
So
There's a reason ESPN picked him up. He's very good at it.
So that's how Boone got his job. And Boone's contract is 3 more years. They just extended him 3 years. There's a team option for a fourth. That's 2024, maybe 2025. So it's not that far for them to vet Beltran. And Boone, hold on. Boone has had a 601 regular season record in the 5 years or whatever he's been in the dugout, which is remarkable. He just doesn't. We can't friggin' figure it out in the postseason.
Well, and those postseason or those regular season runs are not easy ever with him. It is the most tumultuous roller coaster ride. And I can't imagine being a Yankees fan where you have this manager who can win, but for some reason cannot get it together and win. So you say 3 years of the 4th year option, but really as a Yankee, it's day to day. Let's be honest, especially as the manager.
100%. And he goes on the record to say that. I saw an article in the New York Post, maybe is where I saw it. Anyway, they said he's like, yeah, we all know though. I mean, you can be fired at any time.
Well, it's like I was explaining to Wilson the other day because we were listening to Dan Patrick on the way to school while I was taking him to school. They said something about one of the coaches. They said something about a coach getting fired, and Wilson was very concerned. He's like, "Why did he get fired? What did he do?" I was like, "It's like, Wilson, you have to understand when you work in sports, especially as a coach, it's like you're hired to get fired." And so I explained it to him, especially the fact those guys make enough money that they're not going to be out on the streets asking for food. I was like, they're fine. He's like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's like, because he's like, I never want to be a coach in sports. And so I explained that to him. He's like, oh, that's okay. It's like, different. Well, and if you want to work in the front office, you make even more money, but it's the same situation. He's like, oh, okay.
Very nice.
But no, like, yeah, Boone could go any day if they decide, like, well, Beltran's ready, let's bring him in, right?
Totally. But they might be grooming him. I'm just saying it's possible. The end.